Live from Paynesville High School, this is BNC-TV, your Bulldog news station.
Good morning, Paynesville. I'm Megan Gilmore.
And I am Seth Delano, and this is BNC-TV.
Welcome to your Bulldog news station's March 2012 broadcast.
In recent news, the Paynesville area EFCE program held their first annual father-daughter dance. We were there with our cameras to highlight some of this event.
The high school held a Sweet Fest coronation last month. Our cameras were there to capture the drama.
You reap what you sow and build up your walls, taking one step forward and two more back. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me.
Our cameras caught some unidentified flying objects in the hallway recently. We asked Mr. Whaler to give us some insight on what was going on.
Just stand up on current air. We're just working towards building airfoils. There's 3 of these foam gliders that we'll make to demonstrate different principles of lift and aerodynamics. And then they'll have to build a foam glider. And then from there we go through flight, the basics of flight, and then they go to the flight simulators for about 4 weeks. So hopefully when they get done they should be able to fly a plane. Probably won't land it though, but it's fun.
Newly principle with airfoil. We made it so it would create lift. Then with this one, it's creating enough lift with these flaps here to keep it stable and trying to keep it up. With the wind tumblers, it's just pretty much keeping a steady pace to keep it up.
New to BNC-TV this month is our elementary news segment. We just want to say a special hi and thank you to all of our elementary school student viewers. Mrs. Strand has this month's first story, and she's covering the March food drive.
Hello, we are from Paynesville Area Elementary School and we wanted to visit with you about our March food drive. So today I have some 4th grade students and they're going to introduce their names.
I'm Megan. I'm Carter. And I'm Addison.
Megan, why is it important to give for the March food drive?
So people in our community will have more food.
Awesome, you're right. Carter, who came to us and spoke for our kickoff celebration?
Allison Jansen.
Yeah, and she is the director of the service center. And what did she have to say?
That the shelves were empty.
The shelves are empty, yes. After the holidays, they experience a low time for donations and all of the items that are given out. And so this is an important time for us to give. Addison, what is the grand prize for our celebration here at the elementary school?
A pool party.
A pool party, yeah, at Paynesville Inn and Suites. But how do we get our names put in for that drawing?
We have to at least bring in one item for the food shelf each week.
Okay, and week number 1 was what?
Boxes.
Right, boxed items. Week number 2?
Week number 2 was cans.
Canned good items, Week number 3?
Paper products.
There you go. And then our final week, next week, we have what?
Cleaning supplies.
Cleaning supplies, either cleaning supplies for personal hygiene or for our houses and our homes. Awesome. Hey, Megan, how does it make you feel when you're able to help others by giving?
It feels good.
It does, yeah. Yep. Carter, what about you?
Good.
Good. Addison?
It feels good because you feel like you're doing something better for the community.
Yeah, we're learning an important lesson by giving as well. Awesome! Well, here we are, Paynesville Area Elementary, and we're working on tackling hunger and helping our community. Thank you.
The elementary school also held a recent concert, and we now go to Andrew and Annabelle, our elementary music reporters, for more in-depth coverage.
Hi, my name is Andrew and this is Annabelle. We are members of the Prelude Singers.
We'd like to tell you about our recent Lollipops concert.
Chance to perform at the Lollipops concert. This being your second year at the event, or some of the highlights or favorite things about the concert? I think singing with different songs that are from around the world and that we can sing with other people who like to sing. Were you nervous to perform?
Yes, I was really nervous performing.
What helped you to act to overcome that nervousness?
Not look at the audience, and that we were in a big group. Why is music important in your life?
I think music is important to my life because when I'm bored, I get to sing, and it's just a nice thing to do.
Keep singing, keep playing, 'cause it's cool.
Elementary teacher Mrs. Jones' class had a special visitor this past week, all the way from Afghanistan. Here's Sean with the story.
Hi, I'm Sean Pinsky and this is Dave's Corner. Dave is, he serves in the army in Afghanistan, and he is Mrs. Jones' daughter's husband. These are his pictures he sends to us after we send him jokes on holidays. This is what he had for Christmas, and these are Halloween, and some other random pictures. This is a picture in Afghanistan. It's called A Starry Night. During Dave's free time, he yells with a piece of wood. This is Mrs. Jones' daughter and Dave Lahr. Dave and his friends are handing out school supplies to local kids. How long have you been in the army?
Almost 2 years.
Wow. Thanks. How's Afghanistan different than Minnesota?
Well, it has the same weather, except in the summer it gets a lot hotter. There's a lot of sand, a little bit of trees, and all their houses are made of mud. And there's no electricity.
Thanks. What do you like to do during your free time?
What I like to do during my free time? I like to read, watch a lot of movies, and some people have video games, but not really that much. So that gets sent over there too much. Yep.
What kind of books do you like to read?
I read a lot of Star Wars books, I like books about pirates, pretty much any book I can find.
Did you like our jokes and letters?
Yes, I did. They're pretty funny. Thanks for sending all the letters and the jokes. Made me laugh.
The high school FFA members taught a recent agriculture lesson to our elementary school students.
Hi, my name is Tyler Eblin.
Hi, my name is Andrew Henderson.
We're from the Paynesville area FFA.
And today we taught the first graders how to make hamburgers.
We taught them by having them cut out pieces of hamburger and buns, and we taught them where each piece of the hamburger came from.
And we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun cutting out all the pieces of burgers and lettuce with them.
Hopefully they learned something new today from us and they can bring it home and share with their families.
We learned how to make a hamburger. Can you hold up your hamburgers?
Now for this month's trivia question. Email your answer to bnctvnews@gmail.com. you could win a fabulous prize. Last month's winner was Jacqueline Heft. Jacqueline had the correct answer, which was 9 minutes. Jacqueline, please go to the Community Education Office to get your fabulous prize.
A bus full of middle school students recently took part in a community education field trip to Air Max Trampoline Park. Our cameras were there to catch some of the action.
The 6th graders recently returned from their annual winter camp.
My favorite part of winter camp was when we went out to find the alcohol. My favorite part of winter camp was probably the ticket. My favorite part of winter camp was the food.
My favorite part of winter camp was seeing a snake.
Darn it! We will tonight.
Now to sports. We are excited to have a new state heavyweight wrestling champ, Dominic Plato. Here is some video from his championship. Congratulations, Dominic. In other wrestling news, Cole Whaler got his 100th win and 50th pin. Congratulations also to recent All-Conference Award winners Andrea Schlangen, Clay Spanier, and Academic All-State Brittany Hemish. Congratulations also to Coach Heimerman for earning Section 6AA Girls Basketball Coach of the Year, and also to Milena Mrozek, who recently signed her letter of intent as a scholarship track and field athlete at Northern Michigan University in Marquette, Michigan.
Now to Andrew Ducky for the joke of the month.
Did you hear the joke about the sidewalk? How couldn't you? It was all around town.
Seth Delano, our political reporter, is here with election 2012 coverage.
I interviewed 3 teachers to get their perspective on this year's political process and election year. What I was looking for was at least 1 Republican, 1 Democrat, and 1 independent, and I'm glad to say I found all 3. They were all very informative, and I thank you, all of you teachers who participated.
That both parties are trying to work together to make a better America. And they're different views, but if both parties can talk about it, it takes both parties and all of Americans to solve our economic and political woes. So whoever wins, I hope both sides can get together and accomplish what they need to do, because they both represent all of Americans. Thank you.
What is your opinion on the 2012 election race?
Well, I think it's been pretty interesting. There's been a lot of interesting surges by different candidates where, against Mitt Romney, who's been the front runner since the beginning, but there's been other times when all of a sudden Newt Gingrich becomes the front runner. Rick Perry even was a front runner for a while. Rick Santorum. So it's been interesting. It's been kind of a seesaw battle. So
As of this March, do you have a preferred candidate that you would like to see in office?
I don't know if it's preferred candidate, but I'm thinking, maybe this is just a prediction on my part, I'm thinking that it's going to be Governor Romney, Mitt Romney, against President Obama in the election this fall. That's what I'm guessing.
Well,
that's what it looks like right now.
Have the candidates addressed any academic concerns?
Well, I know President Obama gave us a No Child Left Behind waiver to the state of Minnesota.
A waiver?
A waiver, yes, so that we can opt out of that, some of those requirements. I would like to see No Child Left Behind completely thrown out and states make their own decisions regarding education as was originally put in our Constitution.
I see. How could this country's people's lives be improved?
Number one way that our lives would improve is if the federal government would decrease in size. Because I think there are many things that the federal government does and tries to do that it was never intended to try or do.
Such as?
Well, education. I just said education. There are a lot of things that are reserved powers for the states that the federal government has gotten around just by offering incentives to the states, saying we're not forcing you to get into this, but if you don't do it, we aren't going to send you money. And I think that the federal government has just gotten too big to be able to handle a lot of things that it tries to do. So I think decreasing the size and scope of the federal government would be a good place to start as far as making our lives a little better.
Have any electoral proposals or ideals appealed to you?
There have been several that I've heard about, and it'll be interesting to see if they come into being. I think that many of the movements for education are going to be rather important for schools and for our students. I think that the argument over national health care, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that because of the fact that there are so many varying sides on the issue, and healthcare is huge, especially as our society gets older.
Mm-hmm. All right, and what about long-run concerns?
I think long-run concerns are very, very important, the biggest one being our deficit and how we deal with the money issues of our country. Because if we continue to keep growing our national debt, we're going to be in bigger problems than we are right now. But I don't know that we've had anybody that's proposed a solution that's going to work because both sides have to work together.
How have electoral candidates addressed academic concerns? You mentioned academic concerns.
I think both sides are saying that it's very important that we proceed and make sure that all our kids in public schools and throughout schools in the nation are getting an adequate education. And it's hard to say what adequate means because we're going to have to compete with kids from other nations for jobs. So that's a big portion of it. High school diploma for this, at this point is not going to get you real far. When my dad graduated from high school, that's really all he needed, and he was a success in his career throughout his life. But as we've progressed, you need to have that better background and those skills that you have. So the ideas of making a post-secondary education, whether it be in the trades or being college, is going to be hugely important. I think both parties support that, just in different ways.
That's it for this episode. Remember that you can view this episode and all past episodes and many more district videos on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Paynesville Studios.
This is Maggie Gilmore.
And I'm Seth Delano. And from all of us at BNC-TV, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.